Here we have a SAT math question. Okay, let's go with the information. James spent 3/4 of his allowance on a music CD. He spent 2/3 of what was left on a hamburger. If this left him $P, which of the following was his allowance in dollars? Okay, we have to find the allowance in dollars. So let me assume X as his allowance in dollars. Let me write the stuff over here. Okay, now let's consider the first information. He spent 3/4 of his allowance on a music CD. So the amount spent on a music CD is going to be 3/4 of his allowance, that is 3/4 of X. Now let me write the remaining money. Let me write it. So he spent 3/4 of X for a music CD. So the remaining is going to be 1/4 of X. Okay, in this remaining money, he spent 2/3 for hamburger. So let me write the money is spent for hamburger. So the money spent for hamburger is 2/3 of what was left, that is 1/4 of X. So 2/3 of 1/4 of X. So I have to multiply this. When I multiply them, 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 4 is 12. So I'm getting 2 over 12 X. Okay, now let's find the total money spent on CD and hamburger. So total money spent, let me write it. So total money spent equals to, so for CD is spent 3/4 of X, and for hamburger is spent 2/12 of X. Okay, now to add these two fractions, we need to get the same denominator. The least common multiple of 4 and 12 is just 12. So we have to multiply both numerator and denominator of the first fraction by 3. When I do so, I'm getting 9 over 12 X positive 2 over 12x. This one can be kept as is because already we have the least common multiple 12 as the denominator. Now we have the same denominator for both the fractions. So we can take the common denominator 12 and we have to add the numerator, that is 9x positive 2x. So when I do so, I'm getting 11x over 12. So the total money is spent for CD and hamburger is 11 over 12x. Okay, now let's find the remaining money. So the remaining is going to be 1 over 12x. So 11 over 12x is spent for both CD and hamburger. So the remaining is just 1 over 12x. But already we have how much has left, that is after he spent money for CD and hamburger. He left $P, that's given in the question. But we got, in our calculation, we got that he left with 1 over 12x. So this $P and this 1 over 12x, both of them represent the same stuff. That is the money he left after he spent for CD and hamburger. So this 1 over 12x must be equal to P. Okay, now our aim is to solve X that represents allowance. So for that, we have to get up this denominator 12. For that, I have to multiply both sides of this equation by 12. So this 12 will cancel out. 1 times X is just X. So P times 12 can be written as 12P. So his allowance was $12P. So we find 12P in option A. The correct answer choice for this question is 12P.